Another one is, I sound like a robot. Another one is, but another one is for sure. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deb, this is Deb Corner. This place is familiar. This is my happy place because of the colors. I love the colors. But welcome back to my channel. My name is Deb. If you're new to this channel, welcome to all my new subscribers. I love doing videos. I love doing YouTube videos, but this video is about how YouTube changed my life in about just a couple of months of just posting consistently, meaning at least a minimum of one video a week. So YouTube has changed my life for the better. So I'm so glad I made the jump into, putting myself out there, because I am an extremely private person. So for me to actually put myself out there was just, oh my God, nerve-wracking. If you go back to my first video, I was looking at myself, I was so nervous. And I'm like, right now, I wanna like private that video, but everybody starts someplace, right? So I left it on there just to remind myself how far I've come, because naturally, I'm not a person who just like talks, let alone talks about herself, let alone just even like just put myself out there. I'm not. I'm usually quiet. I'm a private person. So this is a whole new me. But yeah, let's get into this video, how YouTube changed my life. So the first way that YouTube changed my life was just me becoming more comfortable with speaking and expressing like my thoughts, not only to you guys, but to people in my everyday environment, like people I encounter in the supermarket, people I encounter anywhere I go. I'm more able to like speak confidently, and when I say confidently, just speaking without being nervous. Usually when I speak, I'm just like kind of like unsure sometimes of what I'm saying. Say for instance, I'm speaking to somebody and we start to talk about politics, or we start to talk about environmental issues, or we start to talk about anything that's going on around the world that I do know about, but I feel sometimes like I can't share too much about what I know because I was just scared, just not because I don't have the knowledge. I was just terrified to speak, to express my point. What YouTube did for me was that it actually allowed me to just, hey, if you are talking about a particular topic, right, and you're very well knowledgeable, you're knowledgeable about that topic, right, speak about it freely. That's why it's an opinion, that's why it's your perspective. You speak on it. It doesn't mean that it's correct, but it's your perspective, and your perspective matters. Imagine if everybody stayed quiet about anything that's going on around the world. We wouldn't come up with solutions. We wouldn't come up with different ways of looking at things, or and that's called perspective, right? We wouldn't have different perspective on things because it would just be one way of doing something, and that's it, because no one ever spoke up. So I learned from doing YouTube that my opinions, my perspective matters, and that's why I became more confident with speaking. And that's like the greatest gift I got from YouTube, by the way. Just being at ease, like it feels like I'm just chatting with an old friend, and that's what I've gotten from this. The second thing I got is just increase the way I view myself. I think that goes hand in hand with being confident. I view myself more confidently, meaning I don't look down on myself anymore. And I think it goes hand in hand with feeling confident in general. Just the idea that I matter, what I have to say matters, my perspective matter. I'm then able to open my mouth and talk. So yeah, I have my notes down here, so that's why I'm looking down. The third, I have a lot. YouTube has changed me, but the third one is giving me a different way of looking at life and seeing the beauty in things, right? So that means that basically when I'm outside, because I am constantly thinking about video ideas, thinking about what to share, thinking about how to share what I want to share, I am more attentive to my surroundings, if that makes any sense. I'm more present. So that has helped me. Making YouTube videos has helped me become more present, because I'm now able to, okay, notice the colors on the trees. If the season is changing, like from summer to autumn, right, from summer to fall, I noticed a change of colors in the trees. I really noticed it, because before I used to see the color, oh, that's beautiful, but when I started really notice it, I really look at the reds, the yellows, the different shades of orange. Like, I look at the colors, I look at the details in the leaf, not too close, but you know what I mean? I'm actually looking at details, just be more present, and that's helped me a whole bunch. So yeah, it helped me become more present. So what I've noticed, because of making videos, what I've noticed is that I'm generally a shy person. I'm so shy. If you meet me in real life, I do talk. Okay, so let me just rephrase this. I used to be a shy person, right? But now I'm not. I think because I have kids and I don't want them to be shy, I want them to be confident and, you know, out there. I try to emulate what I want them to do. So I try to do what I want them to do. So I can't be shy and then telling them to, hey, you gotta get out there, you gotta be confident and speak. I have to be confident and speak for them to do that, if that makes any sense. So I used to be a shy person, but what YouTube really did for me was that it forced that innate shyness to just disappear completely, because I no longer think about what people think of me. Like, I talked in previous videos about people please. I used to be a former people pleaser, right? But like, my shyness really went away, because I think the shyness was there because I didn't want to open my mouth, and I didn't want people to start saying, like, I didn't want to open my mouth because I didn't want to give people any impression of who I was. That shyness is like, oh, let me close myself in, because if I open up or if I talk, I don't know what it was, but it was just a fear of just being judged, of worrying about what people would think of me or what people would think of what I said, that kept me from even like opening up. And that's what shyness did for me. That has gone out the window. I do express myself now. I told you why. So YouTube was a big part of me just breaking out of that shyness completely. Another thing that YouTube has helped me do is help me discover my love for teaching people. I knew inside of me that I was a teacher. Like, everybody would say, oh, you look like a professor, you look like a teacher, blah, blah, blah. I've always gotten that I've always gotten that in the past. So that's not new to me. What is new to me is the style of teaching, or the way I actually try to impact knowledge. I discovered that when I teach in a more playful manner, because I don't want what I'm teaching to be boring or fall on deaf ears. So I do it in a way that's engaging. I try to do it in a way that's engaging and that is fun. I try. I don't know if I do it, but I try because I want that information retained. I'm the kind of person that when I discover something, I like to share it. Like, I would share it because I feel like, oh, this is gonna be beneficial to somebody, so let me just share it. And in the way that I share that information, I like to share in a fun way, and that's what I discovered from making videos, because yeah, I just like doing it a fun way. So that's what I learned. And I could do it in a goofy way sometimes, but the whole point of me doing that is the presentation. I just want it to be whimsical and free and feel like you're not learning something, but you're learning something, if that makes any sense. Another thing I learned from YouTube, I gained new skills that I would not have gained if I didn't start YouTube. Meaning like skills like graphic designing, skills like editing, even skills like a little bit of marketing skills, right? I gained those skills, and I wouldn't have gained those skills if I didn't start my YouTube channel, because what YouTube does for you is it forces you to learn all the time. Like, things are always changing. Like, trends, everything is always changing. So you have to keep on top of what's going on. So for you to do that, you have to continuously read, research, implement things into your channel just to make it, I guess, current, right? So I learned a lot of skills, and sometimes I find that when I don't know a skill, when I don't know something, I go and I actually teach myself that thing, and I practice. And once I practice, I start to implement that and I get really good at it. And it's like, okay, without even knowing it, I just gained a skill because I was just trying to solve a problem. And sometimes some of the problems are difficult to solve initially, but as I implement them and, you know, tweak and play with them some more, eventually it becomes second nature to me, and I just do it. And that's just me just doing it, and then me just doing that is just a new skill just learned. Like, so that's what I loved about YouTube. That's what I gained from YouTube. Another one is, I sound like a robot. Another one is for sure. Again, it's just touching back, piggybacking of what I said before, but now I know that what I have to say is important, and I've learned to be more present. That ties into what I've talked about, being present with the trees and, you know, noticing the colors when it switches from one season to another. YouTube has taught me just to be present as usual, and just to basically realize that what I have to say matters, right? Everyone's perspectives matter. So without it, like, the world would just be doing things one way. Let's just think about it like that, right? The last thing that I learned, and the last thing that YouTube has changed in my life, is I've learned how to run a small business. Whether you think of YouTube as a business or not, the truth is, at the end of the day, if you are running your channel, whether you have 10 subscribers or whether you have 1 million subscribers, you're learning how to create something for yourself. In essence, you're learning what it takes to run a small business. Because in a small business, you're constantly thinking about your customers, right? And the customers are my subscribers. You're thinking about the people, you're thinking about feedback from people, how to make their viewing experience better. Because part of running a business is listening to your customers, right? And in this case, it would be subscribers. It's giving them what they want. So like in YouTube, like, you kind of notice, you study your analytics, you study like different aspects of your channels and see, okay, what do my viewers like? What do they not like? What are they saying in the comment section? I don't have a lot of comments in my section, but in general, this is just what you look at. What are they saying in my comment sections? Okay, what do they like? What do they not like? Which types of videos do well and which ones don't? You're constantly analyzing your channel. And in business, right, that's what you do. You're constantly analyzing your business. Say for instance, you have a small business and you're selling some kind of product, and that product is not doing well, but another type of product is doing well. You're then, okay, pivot. I say, okay, you know what? Maybe the next cycle, I'm not going to focus on this product. I'm going to probably just sell it off and discontinue it, and then focus on the product that's actually doing well. So that's what YouTube is. It just teaches you how to run a small business. It teaches you discipline, because there are times that you don't feel like filming a video. Oh my gosh, there are many times I don't feel like filming a video. But what I know is, as I continuously like get into a routine of a schedule of having my video out at least once a week. And for me, this channel, I release my videos out on Fridays every week, because I want to teach myself that discipline. I want to be disciplined enough to put out at least a video a week, right? So I schedule it, I plan it, and I have at least one video out a week on my channel on Fridays. It teaches you how to do market analysis, because you are looking at your channel, but you're also viewing your competitors. I'm not saying competitors in a negative way, but you're also viewing other competitors to see what they're doing well, what's working well for their channel, and then you can kind of implement that in your channel in your own way. Nothing is new under the sun. Everything that happens on earth has happened before. It's just a different way of, it's a different packaging, right? So if you think about market analysis like that, or you think about viewing your competitors like that, things will go well. So market analysis, it teaches you how to do that. It teaches you how to just market yourself, right? It teaches you how to public speak. There's a lot of benefits to having a YouTube channel, but that is how YouTube changed my life.